Hey everybody, wanted to show you my newest machine that I bought off Craigslist for about $100. Well, it wasn't about $100, it was $100. As you can tell, it's a Giant-Vac made up in Connecticut. It's a push type leaf blower, and I paid $100. It's 11 horsepower Briggs & Stratton. It's not the overhead valve engine. And when I bought it, it was all disassembled. There was no gas tank, the motor was off of it, the carburetor and the muffler and the head was all just, everything was taken apart. That's why I got it so cheap. And I picked it up that night, and the guy pretty much gave me all the parts to it, which was cool. It needed a few things. He had a brand new head gasket for it, and that's the reason why he took it apart. I ended up noticing that, you know, one of the exhaust bolt studs was broke. The threads right here was actually snapped off, and if you're familiar with these, it's like a shoulder bolt that goes all the way through except for right about here, and then from here out it's all threaded. So I ended up having to repair the old one, and I ended up doing that by cutting the threads off, drilling a hole and tapping for a bolt, and I placed a bolt in it and cut the shoulder and the head off of the bolt, and drilled a small hole in the side of that section and put a spot weld in there to hold it still. So I needed a kind of a quick repair that day. I didn't feel like waiting for parts, so it's the only reason why I did that. But otherwise, the thing blows a whole lot of air. It's supposedly a quiet type. I don't know what the proper name for it is. I did look it up, but I can't remember what it is. But it's a 8 vein impeller instead of a 9. The newer ones have 9, and it's curved. It's a big aluminum blades in there. So I had to fix that and put it all together and everything, and it runs pretty good. But I just wanted to share that with you and compare it. If you want to compare it to size wise, this here is my $50 Craigslist find. It's a smaller one, I guess, and it's probably like a 3-4 horsepower leaf blower, and I've been using that, and it blows pretty good. It's only a 4 vein blade on it. It has 4 blades on it, but the tires are rock hard and solid and does a decent job, but the thing just like vibrates everywhere, and I've already had to repair it. But for $50, I'm not gonna bitch. It needed the float bowl soldered up. It's a brass float bowl, and I was able to solder it real carefully and get it to work again. So, but anyway, I'll start this thing up for you, let y'all check it out. Now usually this thing is pretty hard to start, so it feels like I'm trying to pull a truck in, but it should be okay. I'm gonna turn the gas on. Choke it. Just gotta set the idle on it a little bit. thing's got quite a bit of power to it. As you can tell, I was taking this diverter right here, and it will allow the air on, just like on most of the high dollar units, they allow it to blow forward. And I was just changing it, but you could tell the thing was blowing and taking off. So it weighs about 173 pounds. So it's heavy. At least that's what the book says. It's about 173 pounds or something like that. So I believe it, because I've had to pick up the engine and I've had to pick it up, and it's all steel and it's not a plastic lightweight impeller blade on it. So I know it's probably a stupid thing to do, to open up that chute right there and let it kind of take off and grab it from the front, but normally I wouldn't do that. But I was just trying to give you all an idea of how much air this thing has blowing it. But then again, we're talking about asphalt here, so. But anyhow, just figured I'd show you all the new cheap power tool in the collection, besides the Cub Cadets, which this guy was used over the winter. So anyhow, thanks for watching, and see you later.